What's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a great day and welcome back to the channel. So today I am covering a great topic. All right, if you didn't know about a thumbnail, if you didn't know about a title, I'm talking about physique comparison. Okay, not just any physiques. I was at home this weekend on the WWE Network and I was watching some old WrestleManias, and WrestleMania 26 came up, and it was Batista versus John Cena. It was one of the marquee matches, right? So it got me thinking. I'm a Batista and John Cena fan. I like them both, respectively. I was a SmackDown guy growing up, so I watched Batista more later in the years. But who had the better physique? Now, it's going to be iffy when we talk about this because, Batista's that mass monster. And John Cena, he's not massive, but he's not small. You know what I'm saying? You really can't see the guy, so I don't even know who we're talking about. I'm only talking about it's just a walking around armband. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, today we're going to be comparing and contrasting and actually going over who had the better physique, in my opinion, John Cena or Batista. Alright, so first we're going to start off with my man, John Cena, the Cena Nation leader. The man you cannot see at all whatsoever. 5-knuckle shuffle, attitude adjustment. You know what I'm talking about. The 16-time champ. All right. So when we talk about John Cena, you got to incorporate the fact of his, his physiology, his credentials. He's 6'1", weighing about 250. All right. So we're kind of in that same bar. I'm about 5'10" and 5'11", 255. He's 6'1", 6 foot. I'd say 6 foot, about that 250 region as well. And the way John Cena is built, I'm gonna post some videos up, you can see that he's a top heavy guy. I'm not saying that his legs aren't developed. I'm sure John Cena has amazing legs, just for the fact of how he is in the ring, and how his power is exerted, and how his body is developed. I'm pretty sure the man got some great legs. But all we ever see, because he wears, jorts, is our body. You can tell big chest, big traps, big delts, and shoulder development, and massive forearms. You gotta even notice that about him. Biceps always bulging out too as well. And abdominal region, did it start to become more defined until the older he got. When he was early in his bodybuilding career, when he was younger before he got to WWE, he actually had a nice striations. And later in his career, when he started actually adding on mass to his physique, and he kept that mass for a period of time. Okay, and I feel like John Cena's physique, to most people, as I'm gonna show up here, it's obtainable in a realm if you're the perfect storm, where you can eat all day, work out all day, have those parameters to have that physique set up that way. So I feel like people can gravitate towards that more. And also personally, as a John Cena fan growing up, I liked his physique. I thought it really fit his personality of being, this quote-unquote Superman, quote-unquote, the Super Cena type persona, where he's able to lift 500-pound guys like a Big Show, Mark Henry up, and overcome all odds during the match. So I thought that aspect about his physique was great, and I feel like that's what made people wonder about his physique the most, like how he's so powerful, but yet, he's still defined at the same time. People sometimes associate strength with just being huge like a Mark Henry, and definition with with striations like a John Morrison. So shout out to my boy John Morrison, by the way, with that type of physique too. So it kind of, there's no double correlation there. We're looking at wrestling physiques, and John Cena had both mixed into one. About the animal, Dave Batista, Drax the Destroyer himself. Look, I'm a huge fan of Batista. Not only are we bald, in another universe, he's actually my dad. So when y'all see him, make sure y'all tell him that, okay? Like, hey, I miss you, Dad. I love you, okay? With that being said, Dave Batista is, again, another one of the best wrestlers I've seen. He got better over the years, and he started his career later. I believe he started wrestling, in his early 30s, and progressively got better the older he got, which is amazing. Great to see. But also, physique-wise, I'm going to put some more pictures up, like I said before. You can look that Batista had that mass monster type of physique and frame. He was able to have, a huge traps. There's one thing I remember as a kid watching Batista. He always had huge traps. They were bulging out, just huge. Same thing with his delts. Boulder delts, always big, veiny, was always just a freak of nature, and he always looked that way. And Batista was a skinnier guy growing up, but he got somewhere around, I think it's 350 when he was in his mid-20s size-wise. So he always seemed like when he hit his 20s, he was put on a lot of size. And even some pictures here, he even had striations in his abdomen. So not only was he huge, but he was defined at the same time. So again, it depends on what you like in the physique. And Batista hit a lot of boxes for a lot of people in the industry, mainly Mr. Man. That's why he was pushed in the main event. But he was big, athletic. He looked the part. He also was physically in shape. Some guys are big but not in shape. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people are like that in WWE. They're good talkers, but they're not really in shape. Batista was greatly in shape, got better on the mic. And kind of that John Cena sense. People looked at his physique like, man, how are you this powerful, but you can move the way you do? So that was a great, and I think his peak physique was around his 2009, 2010 in WWE when he kind of shrunk down from that bloated look and got a little bit leaner because he changed up his diet and his training. So I think that was the best version of Batista that we saw. Now, if we're going to go over both of them and compare the two, I do think that John Cena had the more comprehensible physique if you're looking at, what people want to attain. And Batista had that freakish look that, man, look, there's some saucy mix here to get there. I'm not saying Batista did that. I'm saying for an average person without his genetics, it's like, we're going to mix this up. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, they both have amazing physiques. Both are amazing competitors and are Hall of Famers in WWE in their own rights. And if I had to choose one who had the better physique, I'm going to go with Batista just off the fact of he was able to be lean and huge. I'm not saying John Cena's physique is bad. I love John Cena's physique. But Batista, for me growing up, was like, oh, I want to look like that. I want to be tattooed up. I want to be swole, veiny. I want to have those big traps, all that. I used to practice his entrance in the living room on purpose because I wanted to have that Batista look. So I feel like personally Batista had the better physique. Longevity-wise, Batista still looks great. I think he's 50 now. Looks amazing. A lot leaner. Not as bulky, but he still looks amazing. And John Cena does. John Cena lost a bunch of weight. Looks great. So they both are still in amazing shape. But I'm not talking about during the careers. I'm going to go with Batista over John Cena. So if you guys like this video, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell for all my wonderful content. And just make sure you have a great and amazing day. We're going to have more wonderful videos like this coming soon, guys.